Hey YouTube family, Stacy here from the King Family Vlogs. Today, we're gonna pull out our old school NSYNC and say bye, bye, bye to stuff.
What does it take to leave it all behind? We'll see it happen one step at a time. Here we go. We'll get lost until we're found, darling, here we go.
So if you watched our last couple of videos, you know that we recently made the decision to downsize. In those videos, I asked if anyone would like to see the process of us downsizing and me going room by room or category by category and decluttering, and everyone said yes. So here we are, the first of our decluttering videos. Also, if you haven't seen our backstory and why we downsized and why we were decluttering, I'll make sure to link those videos up here or even down in the information section. With downsizing, as you can imagine, getting rid of things is a necessity. Even though we did a big purge and got rid of a ton of stuff before we moved, once we actually got into our rent house, we just wanted to keep going. We realized we wanted to get rid of more and more and more things. So in an effort to have less clutter and less stress, we've decided we're only gonna keep in our home things that we truly love or things that we truly need. I actually came across a study that one of my friends had posted on Facebook by the University of California. In this study, they actually found that the stress hormone cortisol was higher in moms who described their homes as cluttered or full of unfinished projects. This type of stress contributes to poor sleep, weight gain, poor eating habits, and honestly just poor health in general. That's scary. I know that once school starts and sports start and we get back in the swing of everything, my life just absolutely goes bonkers. So the less clutter and less things that I have in my life not only leads to a more organized and tidy home, but it's literally contributing to my positive mental health. So decluttering can seem like a huge job. It can be very overwhelming. I know I didn't really even know where the heck I was going to begin. So I decided to start in the area that was less intimidating to me. The one that I knew that I could just easily get through, and that was children's clothes. And before we get started on the downsizing and decluttering of kids' clothes, just one tip that I have if you are looking to get started in decluttering and downsizing your things. I know it can be super overwhelming, so what I would tell myself is I can do anything for 15 minutes. And I would honestly just set a timer for 15 minutes and get as much done as I could. Most of the time, you're gonna kind of start getting in the groove and you're just gonna keep going way past that 15 minutes. But honestly, there's been times where I was like, 15 minutes, I'm done, I'm going back to sit down. So the first step that my husband and Ryan and I did when we were talking about downsizing and decluttering our boys' clothes was to actually sit down and make a list of all the clothes that we thought that they needed. This list is going to be different for everybody because everyone has different needs. But we went into this with the mindset that we wanted our list to be as minimal as possible while still making sure we had everything we needed and not inducing the opposite type of stress of not having enough. So we ended up actually getting rid of a ton of stuff, but we kind of have a different situation because our boys went from getting to wear whatever they wanted to school to now having to wear a uniform of polo and shorts 5 days a week to school. So your situation may be a little bit different, but I will go ahead and give you our list kind of as the guideline that we use. So we decided on 6 uniform shirts. They have to wear their uniform tops 4 days a week, and then on Fridays they get to wear a school t-shirt. So we knew that that covered our whole week with 2 extra shirts in case, you know, we just had a busy weekend and didn't get to laundry, or they ripped or stained, or we had to get rid of a shirt. It kind of gave us some backups. We kept 4 to 5 normal wear shirts, you know, kind of like Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, things that are a little nicer that they could wear out to eat, or if we went to do things, they can wear them to sports practice. Just 4 to 5 normal wear shirts. We also kept 4 to 5 play or sleeping shirts. These are shirts that just aren't as nice, that they can either wear outside to play in, put on when they get home from school, and this is also what they sleep in. They don't really sleep in pajamas, so this kind of covers our pajamas as well. For bottoms, we decided 4 pairs of uniform bottoms. So this is either khaki, navy, or black, chino shorts or chino pants. We decided that they could keep 2 to 3 pairs of jeans. We also kept about 5 pairs of sports or athletic shorts, basketball shorts, whatever you call them. Our boys sleep in these. This is what they put on when they come home from school, and it's also what they wear to soccer practice. So we kept anywhere from about 4 to 6 pairs of these athletic shorts. For dress clothes, we decided to keep 2 to 3 shirts per season that they could wear to church. So these could be buttoned ups or polos, and then their uniform pants can also double as their dress clothes bottoms, so that makes it nice on the whole downsizing front. As for outerwear, we kept about 2 hoodies apiece, and we also kept a light jacket and a heavy jacket. For shoes, they have 1 pair of tennis shoes, 1 pair of church shoes, and 1 pair of like winter boots or things that they can wear dressing up to go out in the colder weather. This does not include our uniforms for our sports teams, our cleats, slides, stuff like that. That all stays in the garage in one little bin, so I didn't really include that with what we were keeping inside. And then as for Frazier, his needs are a little bit different because he doesn't go to real school yet. He stays home with us or goes to a Mother's Day out. So he is still wearing normal clothes every day, and he has a lot of hand-me-downs and a few things that I picked up. So when I went through his stuff, I literally just made sure that I kept only the things I liked, only the things that were his size, made sure to only have enough for what we needed to actually get by and not keep things just because I thought I might need it. So after we decided exactly what we needed, it was time to start going through the clothes. So our boys are actually all sharing a room by choice, and so they're all sharing 1 closet, which is actually not that big. It is not a walk-in, it's just your typical standard closet. And it was pretty overwhelming when I still had all of their clothes in there. So I literally pulled everything out of their closet, and then I also went to all of our bins from the attic and took down all of the clothes that I've been saving and divided them into sizes. From there, I divided them even further. Every time we got to a size, I would divide it into 2 piles. Maybe keep pile on one side of the room, and then a definitely going to go away pile on the opposite side of the room. So went through size by size, dividing it into possibly keep, possibly discard. Then once I had that divided, I went and further divided. I started with the clothes that I was going to get rid of, and then I put those clothes into 2 separate piles. I made a pile that I could sell, I made a pile that I wanted to donate, and then I made a pile that was just too stained up. My criteria for the sell pile was pretty strict. It was no holes in the jeans, no stains, no fading, just clothes that were basically in great quality condition. And I put those all in 1 pile. All the clothes that I didn't think were in condition to be sold went into the donate pile. And depending on the condition of these clothes, they may be given to friends, they may be taken to our church clothing closet, they may be donated to daycare, or they may have been donated to someplace like the Salvation Army. Now, you may think, wow, that is a lot of dividing into piles. That's a lot of work, but that is not where the hard work comes into play. The hard work comes in when you are going through your piles of possibly keep, and you're forced to stick to that list that you created before. And you have to hold your guns. You have to be strong, because when you get to these clothes, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember when my older son wore this. But no. If it's not completely special, something you're gonna put in like a keepsake bin, it's gotta go if it doesn't fit the criteria. And there were also a lot of shirts that I was like, oh my gosh, these could be worn again, but it didn't fit our criteria of the little minimal things that we needed to keep. So I went ahead and put them into the sell pile. Then once you have your clothes that you know you're gonna keep, it fits your criteria, I took the ones that were the current sizes of my boys and put them back in their room to be organized. And then I took the clothes that weren't the current sizes that they're wearing and put them into bins to sit. Now, here's the part where you get rewarded for all of your hard work. And that's when you sell the clothes that you no longer need, that are no longer bringing joy or function to your life. So how I sold my clothes was literally all on Facebook. It wasn't even Facebook Marketplace. I literally just listed it on my personal Facebook page to people that I know. So I went through and made lots size by size. So for example, for Fraser's clothes, I took all of his 3T clothes that he had outgrown from last winter. And then I made sure to lay them out really nice so everyone could see everything, and then give great descriptions underneath. And do you know what? I listed 4 different lots of clothing sizes, and they all sold within 15 minutes. 15 minutes of me listing them. And I made $200. $200 to go in our travel savings fund. It's pretty awesome. So now that we've gone through and downsized and decluttered, let's go put these clothes back in the closet in an organized, controlled, peaceful manner. This is how you fit 3 kids into one small closet. So in keeping with our downsizing and minimizing theme, I definitely wanted to try to reuse as much of the old organizing stuff we had in our old home as possible. And I think I did a pretty good job using what we already had. So up at the top, we have some old shelves that were in our pantry, and I used them to divide shoes that we just don't wear frequently or every day. Then we have a random Star Wars helmet that just won't fit anywhere else. And then the bin at the top holds hoodies and sweatshirts. Then we have Fraser's clothes, Easton's clothes, and Carter's clothes. That is every single one of their shirts that they have besides their uniform shirts. The 2 bins at the top hold little things like this one has all of their belts, and this one has ties and bow ties for special occasions in church. And I love these bins. These bins, I got them at Walmart. They're just Mainstays brand. They used to hold my clothes in my closet back in our old house when we had a walk-in. And then this is just a normal little shelf that you can find anywhere. The bins slide right in. And then I got these awesome hooks at Walmart. You can label them with whatever you want, and then they just clip right on. These bins just hold all their school uniform tops, shorts, and bottoms. You can see they hold them really well. We have more than enough room for the ones that we do have. Then this other side has their sports shorts, Easton sports shorts. And then I like to have one place for their uniforms, so on Saturday morning we're not running around like crazy. So once their uniforms come in for the year, soccer socks, underclothes, everything will just go right here, so it all has a home. Fraser's clothes was already in these bins, so this just holds his socks, underwear, pants, shorts, and pajamas. And then this dresser over here is the only thing we have besides the closet that holds any clothes, and it just holds socks, underwear, pajamas. Right now, and the bottom drawers are actually empty. And please don't judge the boys' room. It is not decorated at all. It is all hodgepodge of stuff from our old house, and I just haven't decided exactly what theme, what bunk beds, what I want to do yet, but once I make that decision, it will be all decorated cute. I hope you enjoyed downsizing, declutter, and organizing with me. As you can tell, we have a whole house to go, so I hope that if you liked this video, you make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.